welcome back! In today's video I want to show to you which orchids are in bloom in the month of November, and I will start with this one. I really like the display I have right now. So I will start with this beautiful Cattleya. I managed to identify her. This is an SLC Hsin Bulady IT Beauty crossed with Laelia Sincrona. So she doesn't have, she's not yet registered, but I found out her parents. I've seen her at Clayson Orchidean. I actually have mine from Secret Garden, and the blooms are so pretty. Unfortunately, my camera doesn't really pick up the true colors of the bloom. She has a very vivid purple color, and the sepals are quite narrow, quite pointy, and the petals are a little bit twisted, but I quite like this display. And here on the tip of the lip we have a very intense and dark purple color, and inside the lip we have that yellow with the veinings. Quite a pretty flower, and she's also very fragrant. This can actually produce multiple blooms. I think she can produce about 8 blooms per spike, but this is a recent purchase. I purchased it this year, as I said, and I transferred her to semi-hydro, and this is the next suitable she produced. So she's still adjusting to my environment, but I'm sure that next season or with the next suitable I will get more and more blooms. And here on the right we have a very nice Phalaenopsis. This is a recent purchase, and again, for some reason my camera doesn't want to pick up this type of vivid purple, but I will try to show to you a picture if I can, if I manage to catch that color. Very healthy one, a lot of blooms. She has 3 spikes, a little bit of bud blast, but this is normal with falls. It usually happens when you bring them inside your home and they experience a little bit of environmental change. A very interesting thing, it is the mottled leaves. I hope you can see that. Very nice, and she's very healthy. She has a lot of roots. I'm quite proud of her. And here we have my beautiful Zygopetalum Louisendorf. Some of you have asked me how he's doing, and we can see that he is doing amazing. He adjusted very fast to semi-hydro. This is how I grow him, and he has produced 2 new growths for me. This one here. So he has produced this new growth, which gave me this spike with 2 blooms, and this growth here in the back with 2 spikes, one with 2 blooms and one with 3 blooms. Quite an impressive show if you look at it, and the blooms are so large and so fragrant. They have the petals and sepals quite twisted, but I think this creates a much more beautiful flower, and I absolutely adore the dark and the sparkly maroon that she has on the petals and sepals, and here on the edges we have a very nice green color. And the lip is so pretty and dainty. It seems like a skirt to me, or a dress. I adore that color and her fragrance. She reminds me of hyacinths actually. Here we have a little African violet that I'm growing. Of course, my cat seems to have visited her because it's full of hair. I will take care of that later. And here we have my Miltoniopsis Benito Q Eternity, but unfortunately now the blooms are starting to fade. She is in bloom for over 1 month now, but she is still very fragrant and amazing, just an amazing flower. How can you not love that pattern on the lip? Here we have my Phalaenopsis Liodoro Sweet Memory. He is still in bloom. He has been in bloom all year long. and he's still continuing to produce more and more buds from the top, but now I think he will take a break because winter is coming, and I suspect he will focus more on growing leaves. And also I have here a cake. If you want to know how to induce the production of cakes, you should visit the video that you are seeing right now on the right corner of the screen. The blooms are amazing, they are so pretty and very, very fragrant. The fragrance reminds me a little bit of lemons, but I quite like that. And fortunately enough for me, I managed to train her and she is growing upwards, because I really don't like the pattern of some phals that are growing, that are leaning over. I really don't like that. And here we have some blooms that are just opening from my Brassavola yellow bird. This is how they look when they open. Hope my camera will focus. There you go. At first they have a little bit of pinkish tinges on the petals and sepals, and after a few days they become a much more intense yellow. This one has quite a lot of color changing throughout the days, and this spike right now is fading. I have one with one single bud here, but I have another sheet here, and I am quite sure I have seen more of them. It's quite a large plant, and I'm very proud of her because it has been in bloom for a lot of time. So alright guys, this has been the video for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if this is the first time you're watching a video on my channel, please consider subscribing to it so you can stay up to date with all my orchid videos. Thank you very much for watching, and see you all next time. Bye!